Yo, what up, guys? It's me. Alright, so here's the only thing I do on YouTube. Um, I only got 5 out of 9 possible points for this, but it doesn't really matter since they were only 1 point. But I did miss mouse sports. They were 2-0, and all they had to do was beat Cloud9, but I mean, Cloud9 played out of their mind this prelim. And they were 2-2. They lost 2 in a row, and I'm just glad they made it at least. But yeah, I missed that 3-0. 0-3. Quantum just got really lucky draws for their matches. They played Flash. Super. No, they shouldn't even have been there, but they almost actually lost. Not almost, but it's whatever. They played Envious when they had a coach play instead of RPK. And their other match was against Avangar, which that was actually a good win because Avangar almost made it with them. But yeah, they just got lucky draws. That's what happens with the Swiss system. FaZe Clan got them right. G2 3-0 as well as Cloud9 got both those right. Navi barely inching by with their last game with Liquid. That was like their first good showing that whole prelim, and that's when they needed to show. Renegades, they were just on and off way too much to have a chance to make it. One game they would be on fire, the next game it was, yeah. So I just had faith in them. I thought they could make it, and yep, they didn't. So it's fine. It's fine. Space Soldiers actually showed up a lot better than I thought they would. Like, I thought they would be one of the 3-2 teams. They'd be like 2-2, and then at the last game barely inch it out. But I mean, they only lost one game. It was a Sprout game, and it was their first game at the prelim. They were just not together, no teamwork. It was every man for himself. And yeah, they finally grouped up and won 3 in a row. So, and we'll see what I do with them in the group stage. Team Envious, they weren't there at all, even with RPK there. Never showed up. Scream never had any highlight moments until the last game, and that's when RPK wasn't there, so he had to do even more than what he did. Sixer, it was average. XMS did not play like he should. Unhappy. I mean, I've never thought he's been good, but I haven't watched it for like 3 years. I started watching it around here, and ever since then I haven't seen him be good. But from what I've heard, like back here, 2015, 2016, he was on fire. But I've never liked him on any roster. But now we're on to our group stage, and this is where it actually starts counting for 3 points per pick'em. And same thing, 3-0, 0-3, and 7 other teams. For 0-3, I'm going to choose Quantum, just because they got super lucky picks to start with, and their first game is against Virtus Pro. And I don't think there's a team that could lose to them. Even Liquid, I don't think they can lose to them. And I know every other team could beat them. They would be the only ones that would make it close. So yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that they don't go up against Team Liquid and they just get really unlucky and then they just get knocked out 0-3. I'm going to save 3-0 for later because I thought about this before I recorded, and I honestly still can't figure out who's going 3-0. But I do know a majority of the 7 that are going to make it. I'm going to say Astralis for sure. I've always loved him. That's actually the reason I got gold for this major, the last E-League major. I had them going 3-0, and then I had them winning the whole thing. And I mean, they didn't go 3-0, I don't think, but they did win the major, and that got me the gold. So ever since then, I've always put them in the playoffs. So I don't know why I wouldn't now. Next team, you have to put SK, even with stand-in. Like, the 4 of them could be a team and still make it. So put SK in there. For For the next team, I'm choosing Cloud9. They were, like I said in the prelims, they were playing out of their mind, and so I'm calling that they're going to the playoffs. And I'm not saying they'll win the whole major. They'll probably get to right here, like they'll win whoever they play against and then lose right here. But like, yeah, I picture them going 3-1, since these teams are higher caliber than the other teams that they played in the prelim. But yeah, I definitely think they'll make it. The next team I'm choosing is FaZe. Now, I'm not putting them 3-0 because if they can't do it in the prelim, I don't expect them to do it in the group stages. But I do think they will make it. Their roster's good. Their only bad game was against Vega. And yeah, I mean, I don't think they were ready for all the Vegas. The next team I'm choosing will probably have to be G2. I'm gonna say G2. I contemplated putting them in this, but every time I go back to it, they did go 3-0, and their only complicated game to me was actually against Flash, and Vega, but they barely inched both of them out. So I think they'll do the exact same thing here. I still think they'll do worse than Cloud9. I said Cloud9 will do maybe 3-0, 3-1, but I'm saying G2's the best they're doing is 3-1. I think they're losing because Cloud9 and G2, they play the very first match, and I think Cloud9 has it. So I'm just gonna say G2 still makes it, but they're gonna have to fight a lot harder than they did at the prelims. For the next team I'm choosing, I'm going to have to go with, let's see. These are the hard ones, the 3 teams that are left, because I still have to choose a 3-0 and then the 2 down here. I think these 5 are kind of gimmies, I guess. This is what a lot of people, if you watch videos on YouTube, have. And then these 3 are a little different. Some people have Gambit. I'm not gonna put Gambit in there, just because I think without Zeus, I haven't watched them at all. Like I said, I haven't watched any Counter-Strike till this major, so I don't know anything about these 7 teams right here. But yeah, I'm not gonna put Gambit without Zeus. Virtus Pro, I should put them in there just because they always make it when people think they're not gonna make it. So I'll come back to them. Big, I'm not gonna put, even though they made it to the playoffs. I think they just got really lucky. They were feeling the energy of the group stages. They wanted to prove people wrong, and now I don't think they have anything to prove, so they're not gonna make it. North, Valdez a really good player for them. He's not an anchor, but I don't think they will make it past the group stages. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But Fnatic, I think Golden and Lekro are anchors, or at least Golden is. Lekro's alright, but then yeah, they just need a little more talent on the roster. I think for my next pick, I'm actually gonna do Space Soldiers. They really surprised me in the prelims, and I don't know who their first match is, but I think it's against SK, I think. So I don't expect them to win that at all. But hey, if they do, it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised either way. 2 more teams, not 2 more picks. You could put Mouse Sports in there. I don't think they had a good enough showing at the prelims to make it. I mean, they did have a good 2-0 start, but I'm definitely not choosing Na'Vi. They only showed up at the last game, and that was with Liquid, which I would say is the other team going 0-3. But let's see. I think I'm going to choose. I think I'm choosing North. North with Valde, he certainly doesn't hold them back at all. So I'm going to choose North. And which one out of these, 2 out of these 5, will be 3-0. Actually, real talk, this is a ballsy play. But hey, that's the name of the game. Virtus Pro 3-0. Their first game's against Quantum. They're gonna hopefully demolish them. Actually give them a good match. And they'll get lucky and not have to play G2 or Cloud9. But I say they could beat FaZe. Maybe Astralis, but yeah, this is a very risky play. This will be the hardest game for me because if Quantum actually pulls out against Virtus Pro, I've automatically lost both of these. That's the risky thing about choosing like 3-0 and the 0-3. If they play the same match on the first day, if it switches the other way around, you can't get either of them. But hey, I'll go play it risky. These are my pick'ems. Tell me in the comments below what you put. And yeah, I'll be back for the playoffs in like a week, maybe a week. All right, peace out.